Good morning, class 12. As you remember that in the last session, I was telling you about the factors affecting the rate of adsorption, wherein I covered the two factors, the nature of the adsorbent and nature of the adsorbate. And I was discussing with you the temperature of the surface, how does it affect the rate of adsorption, which I explained you with the help of Le-Chatelier's principle and this graph. Now, very important topic, that is Freundlich adsorption isotherm, was to be discussed. So I'm taking up this topic in today's session. Please put the heading first, Freundlich adsorption isotherm, and mark it important for your board examination. Many questions arises from this particular graph. Okay, so what is this graph about? This graph is plotted between the extent of adsorption and the pressure of the gas at constant temperature. That is why we are calling it isotherm. Isotherms means the temperature remains constant. Isobar means the pressure remains constant. Isochore means the volume remains constant. So these are the terms which were discussed in class 11. Here we are talking about isotherm. Okay, that means the temperature will remain constant, and the graph will be plotted between the extent of adsorption. Extent of adsorption is indicated by x upon m, and the pressure of the gas. Now what is x and m? X is the amount of adsorbate, that means how much amount of gas has been adsorbed over the surface, and m is the mass of the adsorbent. Okay, and the ratio of the two, x upon m, is known as extent of adsorption. Since this graph was studied by Freundlich, it is known as Freundlich adsorption isotherm. The extent of adsorption of a gas per unit mass of adsorbent depends upon the pressure of the gas. Okay, now in this category, pressure will also be taken up. Okay, now see what the graph is. Though we have already discussed this graph in the last class, the extent of adsorption increases with pressure and becomes maximum. As you can see here, the graph is between the extent of adsorption and the pressure. The graph goes like this. As you can see here, it is increasing up to A. Okay, and then between A to B, it is somewhat becoming lenient. Then after this point B, it is almost parallel to x-axis. It is almost parallel to x-axis. Okay, this indicates a good increase. This is somewhat unpredictable, and this straight line says that now pressure has no role. Pressure is playing no role further in the extent of adsorption. Okay, so if you have to express this relation mathematically, what can you say? At low pressure, this is a low pressure zone. This is low pressure zone. What happens at low pressure? That is up to this point A. X upon A is directly proportional to P. Yes, you can see this, that this is directly proportional. Please recall the graphs of chemical kinetics. X upon M is directly proportional to P. So you can write it as X upon M is equal to Kp. K is a constant here. At moderate pressure, that is between A upon B, where the relation is unpredictable, it is mentioned as x upon m is directly proportional to p raised to the power 1 upon n. So again you can write it as x upon m is equal to k p raised to the power 1 upon n. Third, at higher pressure, as you can see, it is almost independent of the pressure. Extent of adsorption is not changing. It is becoming constant with further increase because it has already reached its maximum value. So you can write it as x upon m is directly proportional to p raised to the power 0, or x upon m is equal to kp 0, or you can simply write x upon m is equal to k, constant. Okay, so now further you can see at high pressure beyond PS. PS is this point. What is happening? Amount of gas adsorbed is equal to amount of gas dissolved, because at this particular point the equilibrium will be achieved. This is the maximum rate of adsorption. Now if you further increase the pressure, there will be no effect on the extent of adsorption. So on further increasing the pressure, what will happen? The adsorption will get reversed. That is, equilibrium is established. That is, the extent of adsorption becomes constant even though the pressure is increased, and this is known as saturation rate, because at this point the space available, the surface area available for adsorption is now fully saturated. Now at intermediate pressure means between A to B, what is happening? X upon m will depend upon the power of pressure which lies between 0 to 1, that is, it is a fraction, and minimum fraction value is 0 and maximum is 1, so it will vary between 0 and 1. So it can be written as this, okay, when n is an integer. Okay, what is n? N is an integer here, where n can take any whole number value which depends upon the nature of the adsorbate and the adsorbent. Okay, n is the integer here and it can take up any whole number value. It totally depends upon the nature of the adsorbate and adsorbent. Okay, I hope this intermediate value is also clear. And as you can see here, at higher pressure value, that is beyond B, what is happening? This straight line indicates that extent of adsorption is independent of pressure. That is why we are getting this straight line, and the relation can be written as x upon m equals to k. Okay, so again comparing the two pressure zones at low pressure and at high pressure. At low pressure, the equation that you got is x upon m equals to kp raised to the power 1. That indicates the direct relation. Here what is the value of 1 upon n? Here the value of 1 upon n is 1. So the maximum value of n came out to be 1 when you will solve it. And at high pressure, the equation is x upon m equals to kp raised to the power 0. Here what is the value of 1 upon n? 1 upon n equals to 0. So on solving you will get n equals to infinity. So the maximum and minimum values are given. N ranges between 1 to infinity. Okay. Further, x upon m is equal to kp raised to the power 1 upon n, and initially at initial pressure, that is at low pressure, the value of n is 1. So at low pressure the value will come out to be this. This is just a verification. Okay, so if the value of n is infinity, what will happen? When you keep the value of n as infinity, you will get the value as x upon m equals to k, because 1 upon infinity will be 0. 1 upon infinity is 0. Okay, so here the power for p will be 0. So finally you will get x upon m equals to k at high pressure. Okay, so what we have to work upon? We have to work upon this equation, that is the equation for moderate pressure zone. Okay, now to simplify this equation, what will we do? We'll take log on both the sides. Now when you take log on both the sides, it can be written as log x upon m equals to log k, since it is separated by multiplication sign, so you will put plus sign here, log k plus log p raised to the power 1 upon n. Okay, on further simplifying it, you will get log x upon m equals to log k plus 1 upon n log p. Now when you have simplified the equation, you get this equation. Now further to verify it, you can plot a graph for this equation, and again comparing it with the straight line equation, y is equal to mx plus c. So y here is log x upon m, x is log p, m, that is slope, is 1 upon n, and intercept is log k. So when you plot the graph, you will get the graph in this way. On y axis we have log x upon m, on x axis we have log p, and the slope is positive, so it will go like this, and the value of intercept is log k. Okay, so I hope this page is clear, this explanation is clear to you children. Now these two equations, x upon m equals to kp raised to the power 1 upon n, and in this form, in log form, the equation is known as Freundlich equation, because again this equation was given by the chemist Freundlich. That is why it is known as Freundlich equation after his name. So these equations, these graphs, they explain the factor temperature and also pressure. How does the temperature and pressure affect the rate of adsorption? We will be further doing this in the next session. I hope this much is clear children, and this particular topic, Freundlich equation, is very important for your boards. Keep on practicing these children, and I hope you people are maintaining the notes also along with me. You people are properly completing your copy, your notes, and studying on a regular basis. So under the factors, children, we have done nature of adsorbent, we have done the nature of adsorbate, and temperature is also covered up, and pressure also up to certain extent. Okay, and for nature of adsorbent, what is the main factor? The surface area. Surface area is more for finely divided substances and also for rough surfaces. The surface area is more. And the next factor that we discussed is nature of adsorbate. That is, all the gases which get liquefied easily have a higher value of critical temperature and therefore they get easily adsorbed. Okay, and in which some examples were taken up, children. Please remember these examples because sometimes you might get it in the form of a reasoning question. Okay, so keep these examples in your mind. And then I discussed with you the factor temperature, where I told you that adsorption is an exothermic phenomena, and all the exothermic phenomena is favored at low temperature according to Le Chatelier's principle. This graph indicated this. Please remember this graph also, it is important. And then I discussed with you the Freundlich adsorption isotherm, where we discussed about the three zones. Okay, the zone up to A, which shows that extent of adsorption is directly proportional to pressure. With the increase in the pressure, the extent of adsorption is increasing, and this is in the form of a polynomial 1 by n, and then this relation. Okay, this relation is indicating that with further increase in pressure, there is no effect on the extent of adsorption. That is, it has reached its maximum value, and further increasing the pressure, there will be no increase in the extent of adsorption. So this graph is very important. The central zone A to B gives rise to an equation, Freundlich equation, which is very important. Okay, and you have to remember this equation in both the terms, in terms of log and in general term, in exponent, in this form also. Okay, so and this graph is also very important, children. Thank you for watching the video. Take care.